The clock is winding down fast for a deadline which could mark the beginning of a labor shutdown of Canada's largest airline. And if that happens, both the economic and political impacts could be swift.
If it happens, it would affect the entire country.
Contract talks continue between Air Canada and the Airline Pilots Association, which represents over 5,200 pilots. After more than 14 months of negotiations, Canada's largest airline and the association will be in a position to provide 72-hour notice of a strike or lockout by Sunday morning. Full operations could come to a grinding halt as early as Wednesday.
I think the difference here, what makes it kind of unprecedented, it's in the federal jurisdiction. So this isn't a strike that's just affecting, one community, one locality, even one province.
The two sides have said they remain far apart on wages. For its part, the federal government says it won't be stepping in, but both sides may be waiting to call Ottawa's bluff. Previously, the feds did step in when Canada's major railways saw lockouts last month and also during a WestJet mechanic strike over the Canada Day long weekend.
You're playing a double guessing game, right? But if one party or both thinks that another party, in this case government, will intervene, then it changes the whole bargaining dynamics.
And it may not be that simple for a return to work order to be issued. In the last labor disruption with CN Rail, the federal Liberals had support from the NDP with the Supply and Confidence Agreement. But now that the NDP have pulled out of that deal, it leaves the government in a more precarious position.
It's not clear that the Liberal Party this time around can invoke a certain section of the Labor Code to send the parties to arbitration without making the whole government, fall as a result. So it's a tricky situation.
Canada's economy will likely also take a hit. Numerous business groups have called on Ottawa to intervene in order to protect businesses that rely on Air Canada cargo operations. Air Canada Cargo has stopped accepting certain items already, such as live animals or perishables.
If you have packages coming, you may get delays in packages. So if you're ordering from Amazon or the Canadian Post or whatever thing, you may see delays in packages. You're going to see things like seafood and stuff like that. They're already saying no to perishable goods.
Since Air Canada is part of the Star Alliance, the world's largest airline alliance, other airlines may also adjust their service to support those walking off the job.
So where United and other airlines like that are part of Star Alliance may not want to cross picket lines. So I've heard some sort of talk about that. So the international market will be the one that's actually affected the most.
And that could mean even more turbulence for travelers taking to the skies in the days ahead.
You're talking 110,000 passengers a day that could possibly be affected.
Now, Air Canada travelers that are scheduled to fly between Sunday and September 23rd can actually change their flight for free. That is a policy that is currently in place from the airline. Air Canada also adds that they will notify travelers in advance of any changes that could impact them. At Toronto Pearson Airport, Afua Baah, City News.